Welcome to Spintown, everyone. We're here for another map maker interview. This time we are going to play Wintery Cabin with the person who made it, Timothy. How you doing, Timothy?
Pretty good. Pretty good. Glad to get interviewed.
I'm glad you were willing to do it because this is a somewhat new level compared to some of the other ones I've done interviews with, and I think it's a lot of fun. It's kind of a throwback because we were talking earlier, and it's a bigger monument map, and it has a core too, which I like. So a lot of the maps nowadays seem to be shrinking.
Yep, it's true. It's true. So
All right.
what team should we join?
Well,
Or are
I
you joining
joined
blue?
blue simply because reds are evil, and I
All
don't
right.
want to be a bad guy. So
I get it.
now, with this particular map right here, I have my own strategy, which sometimes works, sometimes doesn't. But I was
Mhm.
wondering if you had any like special tips for this level.
Um, Not really. I think defending is really a clue on this, as it's oftenly going to get rushed. Uh, so I think, yeah, defending the monument is a good strategy. Not covering it, of course, but I mean, I'm mainly a defender, so that's what I do. But if you're gonna rush, I don't know, probably make armor and get ready to battle.
Okay. Now, one of the things I try to do is kind of the opposite of what you just told me,
Yeah,
as far as
yeah.
like getting armor and stuff. I take my armor off, even my leathers.
Oh
I
yeah. So
because
like they don't see you or something.
yeah, they don't recognize me as quickly a lot of time if I get over onto
True.
their side.
Hmm.
Um, but I like to be more sneaky. I'm not as good at PvP as a lot of people, so I can't just like
Yeah.
use blunt force to rush my way to the monument, killing everyone as I go. So I
Yeah.
like to be sneaky about it. And
It's
this,
kind of hard actually to PvP on Overcast. I find like I mean the people are pretty good usually.
mm-hmm. But let's
So
see.
yeah, I kind of have a hard time myself as well. Not gonna lie.
So what I like to do, aside from just in general being sneaky, oh shit, I got sniped off the
So
bush.
sneaky.
Okay, I have to get over to that side before I can be sneaky.
You
Okay,
got shot in the face.
but I like on this level how you have spawn, and then right
Mhm.
behind it you have this big ass mountain. Okay,
Yeah.
and after you get so far up the mountain, the land and area is protected, so you can't build or dig anymore.
Yeah.
So I like to kind of rush up behind spawn
Hmm.
and get as high as I can before it gets protected. Then I
Yeah.
work my way over down behind to where the core is.
Yeah, that
And
actually sounds like a nice strategy. Yeah.
yeah, and then from there, I will dig straight down to where I'm like eye level with the core, come out the side of
Yeah.
the mountain, and just walk over to it. And if there happens to be somebody playing defense, it's really easy to get away because after I stick out and my head out and see that somebody's coming after me, go right back in
Yeah.
the hole, spam some blocks, and then I can go right back to the top and they can't do anything about it.
Yeah. True. Yep.
Of
Well, when
course.
I built that map there, like it was generally to like when I started map making basically for Overcast. Well, my first map, yeah, was just something. Whoop! Somebody's coming there. Our monument. Sorry about that. Just gotta try to kill him. Oh, he killed me.
Was that
Oh,
you're a
thank you.
blue, right?
He's at a monument right now.
Oh well,
Wow.
Uh,
shit. I have no armor, but I'll go there.
yeah, same. I think he died, or close.
Nope, he's still alive.
Oh,
He's
he's
dead
dead.
now.
Okay.
I killed.
Okay, back to
Uh,
what you're saying.
yeah. So when I built this map, like it reminded me that I wanted to do something like kind of with a mountain and all that. And I think I started building it. I think it was like getting towards spring, and since I live in the mountains, you kind of tend to see what it looks uh, like the mountains with all that snow. And so, but at first, like I started building it with all that snow stuff because the idea I had was just like kind of like my second map, which was called Ski Resort.
Hmm.
I wanted to have like something that would feel like the place where I come from. Like kind of rocky, mountainish, and just with yeah snow everywhere. But I ended up just clearing that snow off and feeling like, hey, spring is coming, so that's gonna be cool. And so I started building that, and I thought the cabin was just really something I had to put in because I thought just cabins in Minecraft like that, they look pretty cool. So that's why I added that. And then I asked Brummy if he wanted to help me out, and he helped me out with the gameplay mostly because at first this was just a gigantic one, like it was just one chunk of map, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So it was kind of like rushed, really really badly rushed for the first version, and then we started we started cutting it in three pieces, and it started being better. So
So originally it was just one huge area.
yeah, yeah, it was just one huge piece of map basically, and like they were connected together, so
Was there like
people
water
rush
or
from
anything
everywhere.
between any of it, or?
Not even. Yeah, I didn't put water on this map, and it kind of brings up a new way of defending, I guess, the monument and the core because right now I see overcast maps really are based off in defense at least with water defense for cores and monuments.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean that's a good thing, but you gotta step up once in a while and do something a little different just to stick out. So that's why I went with that dry feeling.
Yeah, that does get a little old too when you're like every single map, the defense is the
Oops.
same. So it's good to switch it up like that.
Yeah,
Okay, I finally am getting across. It looks like.
nice.
Yeah,
Are you getting near their core or?
I am not that close yet. Oh shit! Somebody found me, so I'm dead.
Oh,
This
rip.
penguin guy has just been demolishing me.
Is he? Yeah. I guess I like it when people like kind of defend my maps because they last longer, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, I have some of these mini maps there like Persisto, which I'm not really that proud of for the sake of they're just being rushed all the time. I mean, people like them,
Yeah, they get
but
played a lot. I see a lot of people playing Persisto.
yeah, they like a lot of people really like this map, but I think it's just a wool farm right now.
Mm.
And I thought of reworking it, but like I kind of want to rework it in a way that it still has some balance, but it's hard to do anything like rushing on it. But for that, you need to be really creative, which I mean, I can be, but gameplay wise, I'm usually kind of having a hard time doing my maps. So sometimes it works out, I guess, but sometimes it just doesn't at all.
Yeah. See, I'm one of those people that, I don't necessarily dislike a map because it can be rushed. Um, there are some maps that they've taken out of the rotation here
Hmm.
recently. I don't know if it was because they rushed all the time, but it wouldn't surprise me if it was. Like,
Yeah.
let's see, Enteritis, Retaliation
Eh,
2.
mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those things are rushed constantly and were farmed. But,
Yeah. Definitely.
I still thought it was a lot of fun. Whether it was farmed or not, I preferred it because it last a little bit longer, but,
Yeah.
it didn't, like, take away
Hmm.
the, the level of fun I was having with those maps.
Yeah.
Now,
Well, I do have some fun rushing some maps once in a while as well, but I do like when I have a good I'm sitting on a good like 10 minutes of games like to the least
mhm.
because they're like Persisto usually like especially on EU it's just like 1 or 2 minutes just some guy just runs get both wolves and come back it's just
Mhm.
that's how usually it happens so but sometimes you get people start like to defend on it and I've seen some like 30 to 40 minutes matches on it. I thought that was pretty sweet.
Well, it looks
So,
like your map might be ending here, and I'm finally like snuck over to their side.
oh,
Yeah,
nice.
I was under their spawn, working my way over there. Damn it.
One thing about how to like tactics and all that.
Hmm.
I added some diamond blocks to those middle cabins, and I think it is always like nice to go there and grab some because like diamond is really kind of more overpowered in a way. Like
Hmm.
if you have that sword or something, you can like almost three-shot someone, and I think that's pretty overpowered. I mean, if you're good at PvP and you just go into the enemy defense and there's like one or two guys defending, you could probably just pick it up and manage to break the core or the monument. So
Yeah. Well, we got the Nile up now. Do you want to pause the interview and come back with another one of your maps, or you want to continue from here? Because I'm fine with either one. I can edit it together.
I'm fine with either one as well, so as you want.
Alright guys, we're back with another one of Tim's levels here. This one's called Abador, and why don't you go ahead and tell us a little bit about this one?
All right, well, Abador, I built it because I was really in love with Koth. There was this Koth map by Plasma Cross that I played and I really, really liked. I can't recall the name actually. It was like a circular kind of map, and I felt like I had to do something like that because it was really sick. So I started designing some, Koth patterns that I could do. And I ended up with this, and I started building, and like a friend, so Draco Hart, now changed his name to Chinky Twinkie. I don't know why, but whatever. Well, he came to me like, "Hey Tim, I want to build a map with you," and I didn't know like what I was gonna build at first with him, so I ended up I started doing that project, and I was like, yeah, why not get somebody on it? And we'll have, holy cow, this guy's good. We'll have some people helping me out, and it'll be easier. So I got him to help me, and I started building like those little buildings that are basically copy pasta everywhere. I mean, this is kind of lame, but that's what it is. And yeah, so then I added one hill in the middle at first, and then it was two on the sides because Redshift said it was going to be better, and indeed, I think it was better. So, yeah, it's kind of the story behind this map.
All right, now you did mention before we started recording again that you had some special strategies.
Yeah, so, well, first off, if you really want to get your KD up, no, but there's some Power 1 bows in the middle temple there, right in front of your spawn.
Okay.
And so if you get those, they're pretty OP. Like, you can literally two hit someone, like you just one shoot them pretty much. There's also like a rod in the back, a fishing rod that you can use for combos. Like some people do that. I'm really terrible at it, so
Yeah,
I just don't. I just go full fight,
Mm-hmm.
But some people do combos with those fishing rods, and yeah, I guess it's pretty sweet to look at,
All right, so I didn't know that because I haven't played this one a ton. I mentioned to you before, so I didn't know there's special items I could get, which I apparently need since I'm doing so horrible.
I'm not doing that great either.
There's also a knockback 2 stick here, which I found.
Yep, that too,
Flying
and that is actually pretty OP as well. I mean, the map is really small on the sides, and you can knock people off pretty severely with that. So, oop, I failed. But yeah, so that was basically how I ended up making that map. Was more of like some really fast-paced mini game of Koth. Wow, we're getting pretty much destroyed here.
Yeah,
those people are way better than we are.
Okay, I need to back up here.
Whoa, I got a double kill. Woo.
Yeah, so did I, but I stole both mine.
Yep.
All right, now, how did you just like find Overcast to begin with? Period. Like, I mean, before you even got into maybe map making.
Well, I found out about Overcast because when I was watching Seth Bling, like I used to watch a lot of Seth Bling before because I thought like what he was doing was very cool, and he did this server review there about Overcast, and like the map he played was Ozone. So I don't know if you know about that one.
Yep.
Do you? Yep.
I like
Quite a
Ozone.
bit of that.
So Ozone was basically, like, for the people that don't know, a map where you shoot ender pearls with your bow and it, like, basically teleports you all around. And Seth Bling really liked that one, and because Seth Bling really liked it, I also really liked it. And I was just playing Ozone 24/7.
That seems to be how a lot of the map makers found it, is through Seth Bling.
Yeah, a lot of people have, yeah. A lot of people also have seen the streams before, and Doc M and Nox were making a lot of videos, which I'm pretty sure Nox got the French community around.
Mm-hmm.
Because he got pretty famous with this Feed the Patrick series, which was, Feed the Beast, as I was talking earlier to you about, which was basically a French show of people playing Feed the Beast on YouTube, and like it was very famous. And Nox was part of it. Oh, we lose.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and give you an amazing, even though I did horrible.
Thank you.
I should like deduct 1 block from just it's not a level I'm apparently good at. You need to focus that on your next map. Make something that Spin is good at. So,
All right.
lots of
Will do.
camping,
Will do.
lots of ability to still kill, that kind of thing. That's where I specialize in.
All right. Well, you could camp with a power 1 bow, I think, on Abador pretty easily. I mean,
Yeah, I could have, but I don't
do.
think I got to it in time.
yeah, I guess. I mean, they get rushed because people know them and know how OP they are.
Mm-hmm.
But it kind of balances itself when like fights happen with a sword. So.
All right, well, we're going to bring up another one of your levels, so we'll be right back in just a few minutes. Jack, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
This time I want to see a better performance out of you. Last time I just saw you spectating, walking around. Didn't see much
I
action.
was admiring the map.
Okay, well, that's cool, but, I need somebody
I
to
would-
protect me from all the people trying to kill me.
I wouldn't have found that stick if I was actually playing.
All right. Well, we're back with yet another level that Tim has made. We had a little help with from Anthony. He's set the last 2 maps for us, so thank you, Anthony, if I forget to say it later on. Why don't you tell us a little bit about this one, Tim?
All right. Well, this is a mini CTW, so there was a lot of maps for mini released when I made that. People were really into that mini stuff because of course, it was way faster to make than those huge maps there, and that was one of the reasons why I wanted to focus on mini a little more. And B, it was the most popular game mode around. I mean, people were really into that as well. So
Yeah, I remember when they first came up with these mini servers. It's like they were
Yeah.
packed for a while.
yeah, they were. It was really I don't think I was donor when they came out. It was really hard to get into a game. But yeah, so Persisto, I started making that map just because I wanted to do some mini CTW. And like this has gone through a few changes, few edits before its current version for many reasons. Well, first, like before, for the wool rooms, you could dig underneath, which was not really that good because people would just be able to, easily rush there. And yeah, so
Yeah, I've not seen a level where they allow that, so that would be a little odd.
yeah, so I edited it out and I just put bedrock everywhere. So it's a little more stalematey. I mean, most of the time, there's not many people defending on this map. Sometimes they are, but it's kind of rare. So I'm thinking that I need to revamp it. Now, I'm not too sure how I'm going to go for it. But hopefully I'll manage to, do something good out of it one day.
Well, you
But
shouldn't
I
say
made
it's not good now. People are playing and seem to like it.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. I think people might like it because of its, very fast-paced gaming there. I mean, the map doesn't last long that often, and if it's defended, it can be very balanced. If not, usually it's getting pretty intense rush stuff. So, but, people like really enjoy to rush because they get the satisfaction of doing it, and I think that's why people like it a lot overall.
Whoa. All right, now, we mentioned earlier how you found Overcast and everything. How did you get into the map making part of it originally?
Well, originally I thought like, yeah.
Well, that
See,
was
I
quick.
told you it was quick.
Well, we'll just keep going. Oh.
All right. So yeah, originally I would see all those people on the Overcast Network forums releasing maps and all that, and I was like, God, that looks awesome. I want to do that. I want people to see my name on the Overcast Network and be like, oh,
He's
I
out for the
recognize
fame,
it.
people. That's what he
It
wants.
was a bit for the fame at first. I'm not gonna lie. It was a bit of that, And so I got like a hard time in the beginning. Like I really had a hard time. Like I would make maps that would be okay, like good looking, but the main problem was the gameplay. So I'm thinking of Ski Resort, for example. Like people were really like, "Wow, this map looks pretty sick, dude." But the maps are kind of like, if it's not gonna play really well, I can tell. And right now I realize that, yeah, indeed, it wouldn't have played well. But then I worked some more and I made more maps and started making some that were playing very well. And I actually got to meet a very famous Spanish YouTuber whose name is Ollie Gamers.
Okay.
Because I built a map with him. It was one that was loaded after a while, but I built a map with him, and yeah, it was pretty sick. I really enjoyed that, and it's called the Old Texas because I can't think of very good names for my maps, but it turned out very well. It's like a Koth because once again I really like the Koth, and I think it was one of the first, if not the first, uh, Koth mini Koth. So yeah.
Well, since you made the video with Ollie Gamers, does
Well, it
he?
wasn't a video; it was just a map.
Well, the map you didn't. So you didn't show it off or anything with it?
Kind of. I mean, because he was already kind of popular at the time. Like he probably only had like now he's really insane on his YouTube account. I think he's got like 400,000 subscribers or something. I mean, it's really insane. But back then he had like only like maybe 50,000. But yeah, it's already a big lot. Like I mean, and he kind of showed it off on Twitter, and people were getting hyped about it. And this really got a lot of response, which I was pretty glad of. And I got Mab's attention finally after like
Doing
what
that
3 maps. So I was really glad.
I was gonna say, you do a map and it gets a good reception, and it's with a popular YouTuber. I don't remember seeing that map as a thing, but you probably started here just a little bit before me, but before I at least
Huh?
became very active. I mean, I know we had the same cake day or about. So.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I started. Let me think. Actually, I started quite actively going on the Overcast. I mean, my first map, I just posted it there randomly, just like maybe I'll get it on, and that would be fun. But I was still having my faction server that I was talking to you probably earlier,
Mm-hmm.
and like on that faction server, I was having a lot of fun. Like I was with IRL friends and all that, and I was admin on there, and it was kind of cool. But I started playing Overcast more actively, like it was in June 2013, I think. And back then, like I really started getting into it and playing those maps a lot more. And yeah, that's where I started making more maps and more actively. So
All right, now we've talked a fair amount about stuff you've done and as far as map making and stuff. Now, if you had to pick like a favorite map that somebody else has done, which one would it be and why?
that's an interesting question. Let's see. Let me think. You think of this for a second. Huh. I think I really like this map by Tunis called Discipline. I think it really rolls out pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
It's always kind of intense of a gameplay as well.
Oh, look what's
It's
coming back again.
Oh, Abador again. So Discipline is this Koth, mini Koth there, that has 2 capture points on the sides and one in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's always really intense to play, and I really like to play it. So, I mean, I can't really explain why, but I just really love this map.
All right, well, now this question is optional. We can edit it out if you don't want to answer it because
hmm
we're throwing people under the bus here. What is your least favorite map that you did not make?
My least favorite map that I did not make. Huh. Honestly, I wouldn't really know, I don't think. Actually, I really I've seen that map on your you like list, but I really hate Kaba.
I
Cab?
love that. I did a music video for that damn level. Come on.
Sorry, but I really just the first time I played it, I really felt like it was just not fun. I mean, I would get destroyed in my own spawn, just people smashing grenades at my face, and I would just be like, "Yo, what's going on? You're just lagging my computer," It's kind of and yeah, I kind of didn't really like it that much.
All
But
right, this interview is over. No, I mean I've
no,
heard the
everyone
same
has
thing
their
from.
opinion.
Yeah, I've heard the same thing from other people. It's kind of like one of those maps, like the
Yeah, you love
Nile.
or hate it.
Yeah,
I
I
guess it's
mean a
kind of
lot of
like
people love
Marmite.
it. Yeah, so I can understand why people would dislike it. For me personally, it's one
Yeah.
I like, but whatever. It's perfectly uh, normal for people to disagree with me on that.
No, I mean everyone's got their opinion.
Yeah. So let's see. What's next on our list? I got some more questions, not about your maps, maybe. I think. Oh yeah. What game mode do you like designing for most? I mean, you've designed for multiple types so
Uh
far.
huh.
So which one was the most fun to try to design for?
I really think I like CTF a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Just because like it was whole new thing, and I didn't really start making maps for it when it came out. But then I wanted to experiment with it. Excuse me, I'm a little sick. Um, I wanted to experiment with it, and like I thought I was successful with it. So, and I really like doing the XMLs for it as well. I think it was, I don't know, I just enjoy the game mode overall. And yeah, I think it's a very cool thing to work around with.
Okay, I've gotten your special bow twice, and then as soon as I look away from my computer to look at the questions, somebody comes and kills me.
Oh,
Twice at spawn. Yeah. All right.
yeah.
Let's see. But yeah, I think I could have camped pretty well there had I been focusing on the gameplay. Let's see.
Yeah, if you want to raise up your KD, this is your map.
I need
I'll be
to.
here. I'm
Um,
all about that KD.
if you can go back and change one thing about one of your levels, what would it be?
Mm, one thing that I could change. Let's see. I would probably totally revamp Persisto. Just because like that last time it played there, as you could have seen, it just lasted 2 minutes and 46 seconds, and that is just to me,
Too short.
like it's a failure to me. You know, it kind of feels like I did something wrong. I mean, if it's only lasting that short,
Mm-hmm.
there's something wrong. It's just people just run to the walls and come back, and that's basically what it is. So I need to work on this map eventually, and I might do it eventually.
Now,
So.
when you first decide to build a map or come up with an idea,
Hmm.
does your finished product normally resemble what you first imagined, or is there usually a huge change at some point along the process?
Well, sometimes I'd love it to be that way, but well, it stays around for the same palette. Like I usually stick to it,
Mm-hmm.
but like when I make a little pattern of what it's gonna be looking like, it usually doesn't resemble it at all. As far as I would want it to, but sometimes it works out pretty well for some maps. So
All right, let's see if I get killed this time when I go to the questions. Uh, what advice would you give to other map makers out there who are just trying to get started? Like a new OCTC player comes around and he's like, "Oh, I want to become a part of this." What would you suggest?
Such as
well,
Spin.
I would suggest to never give up on anything. It takes a while for a map maker to really, really, really get good. I mean, I'm not even that good anymore. I lost all my map making skills because I haven't really made maps for a while. But just never give up on what you do. If a map dev tells you like your map's not really good enough for me to test it, don't just feel like it's don't feel down about it. Keep on doing that. Focus on gameplay. That's the most important part of it. And just yeah, if it doesn't work the first time, it might eventually work for another time, and just think that way, and you'll achieve pretty good stuff. I'm pretty sure.
Okay, Jack. So, when are you going to make your first OCTC map? Now that you've got these words of wisdom.
Oh, I don't know. I might spend an afternoon toying around with it. Yeah, whip one out real quick.
Now, Jack is actually a pretty good builder. We both made
Mhm.
maps for a game called Tournament Tower. His probably are a lot better than mine, but But
I don't think that's really debatable, let's be honest.
Yeah, okay. Well, I was trying to be nice. Yeah, mine are truly a lot better than his, to be honest. But yeah, that game right now is currently broken. You can play it, but it doesn't play the way it's supposed to.
Oh,
So it's like we've spent all this time making levels for it, and we can't even really get to play them right. It sucks.
yeah. That's just part of it, I guess. Sometimes happens.
Well, yeah, it's
Like,
a small
I
server. It's not
mean,
like a bigger server like
I,
OCTC.
I I have made some maps for arcade, and when I came to the XML, I realized like, oh shucks, it won't work.
All right. Well, is there anything you want to talk about that wasn't brought up? I know we talked about both the levels we played after Wintery Cabin. Was there anything else that you wanted to talk about?
Not really. I mean,
All
yeah,
right.
just for the new map makers out there. Yeah, I think you can be pretty proud of your maps if you ever do any, and yeah, never give up. That's just the overall advice I would give you.
All right. Well, thanks again for doing the interview. I mean, I really enjoy get to talk to the people who made some of these maps that I play because I spend quite a bit of time on OCTC, and it's just interesting to learn more about how they were made and what they were
Yeah, it's kind
thinking
of
when
like
they did certain things. So
yeah, it's kind of like the insights of it in a way. I
yeah, I
mean,
really wish more map makers would just like the stuff they post in the forums. I almost wish it was required they post a video,
yeah.
like flying through the level, talking about it. Because
Mm,
oh god, I'd watch every one of those guys. If you're in the
yeah.
forums and you're making maps, do that for me. I promise
Like
you,
I used
you'll
to,
get at least one thumb.
yeah, I used to try to make like some map making series of me like building maps to, like just show how it's done, how it's made. But I I kind of Persisto again. I kind of gave up on those because my internet is not that great. I mean, my upload speed is pretty awful,
Hmm.
but I kind of thought those were interesting for some people, and some people found them interesting. And yeah, I can get your point there.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be doing these interviews to see if people just make them for me. They
Yeah, of
just do the
course.
videos ahead of
Would
time.
be, yeah, you would do
Save me a lot of work,
edits of
guys.
their videos.
But again, thanks for being here. And Jack
You're very
has
welcome.
been waiting this entire video to ask one question that he was very proud of and spent a lot of time thinking of. And Jack, now is your moment. What is that question?
Okay, right. Important. The rest of this interview, not important. This is the real question.
Thanks for watching, guys, and thanks again to Timothy for doing an interview with me. I really appreciate it. If you guys did not get enough Spintown for today, here's what you can do. I'm going to put a link to the entire playlist of my Mapmaker series in the description below. If you just want to watch the most recent episode, aside from the one with Timothy, you can click on this top thumbnail to watch me interview Cassie Crafter. Or you can watch the season finale of The Gauntlet where I play Walls for the first time in 2 years by clicking the bottom thumbnail. You guys know how this channel works. I upload a video every single Monday, and if that Monday video gets 10 thumbs or 100 views by Thursday, I upload a bonus video on Friday. Thanks again for watching, and we're going to end today's video with a clip from my public parkour server, Spincore. On the yellow parkour, there's always been a very simple one-block wall jump, and right there on the wall there's a sign that says note to self, place door here, space Spintown. And I always get people asking, hey, can you put the door there now? Hey, Spintown, can you please put the door there? And for some reason I decided to actually fulfill that request the other day, and I placed a door there. Unfortunately for them, it was just an iron door, and there's no button or pressure plate for them to open it, and I got a huge kick out of this, thought it was funny. But so yeah, I don't think they thought it was as funny as I did, but yeah, it made me laugh, so I'm sharing it with you.